Alright, YouTubers and gamers alike, welcome to the channel. Today, we're going inside Star Citizen and we're taking a look at the Robert Space Industries inspired Aurora and her variants. Okay, you know someone had to ask the question.
You know the question, just as I did.
Has the Aurora already been put out to pasture? Which begs the question, is the Aurora a good starter ship? And is it really worth keeping? Over the years since its creation, many have abandoned the Aurora for something more eye-catching.
Abandoned ship! Abandoned ship! All personnel proceed to escape pods!
And maybe not so job-specific, but we thought it best to see why, and take a deeper look into the ship as a whole. The RSI Aurora comes in 5 variant models, ranging from a starter pathfinder, to a light fighter, to a freighter, with its various features, such as the patented leather interior that comes standard on the LX model, or a more robust shield generator found on the LN. The Aurora can pretty much be summed up as a scout ship, locating and marking targets for bombing, as well as exploring untraversed regions.
Locate ground radar. Check all canyon rims. When you find it, let us know. We'll blow it up.
Overall, the Aurora is a perfect beginner ship for those looking to learn basic flight mechanics, hauling, or even mixing it up with skilled dogfighters throughout the verse. CIG employee Ryan Church summed up the Aurora as an old Jeep, something utilitarian and functional. And for some of us, that's just what we're looking for. Let's begin by taking a look at the exterior of the craft. So each Aurora comes equipped with 2 retro thrusters, 1 main thruster, and 8 maneuvering thrusters. With all these thrusters working in unison, the Aurora can maneuver gracefully on each XYZ axis, and touch down softly on its 3-part retractable skid-style landing gear. It has good visibility and a view that you can really enjoy as one is up close and personal with the stars, or even on approach to any of the major cities. Alongside the cockpit, we find a couple deterrent systems. I mean, what's a ship without a little offensive capability, right?
You say this thing has anti-terrorist capabilities. Are you saying it's armed?
So each variant comes standard with 4 size 1 hard mounts. And don't worry, for those of you who are looking for a bit more firepower without the need to go shopping, the LN model is equipped with an additional 2 size 1 weapons already installed, increasing your potential for damage output. Although there are no turrets incorporated into the ship, each variant adds a little extra force, with a couple missiles when tracking those distant targets. On board both the ES and CL, we find a pair of Task Force 1s, a pair of Strike Force 2s on the LX, a pair of Marksman IRs fitted to the MR, and finally 4 Dominator EM missiles atop this beauty.
Not 1 pair, 2 pair, repeat 4.
All of which aid in your offensive or defensive capabilities when the time comes. The entrance to the ship can be found on either side and has a small stepladder that emerges and retracts from the hull respectively as the doors open and close, or simply upon request. As we enter the ship, we have the cockpit towards the bow and a hypersleep bed near the center. The designers were able to implement this feature since the cargo is actually stored in an exterior pod. The cockpit is a little tight for my taste, but allows for both human and Xeon species to fit. It has an open view of more than 180 degrees within the full 360-degree cockpit environment, giving the pilot a handle on any situation. The hypersleep bed is cozy enough for one and gives little room for anything else. Unfortunately, we're unable to access any of the compartment housings as we've seen on many ships, and this may change down the line with another rework. However, the systems that are in place deserve a look since they play a big part in getting us where we need to go.
Why don't you outrun them? I thought you said this thing was fast.
The Aurora incorporates an EOS Civilian Grade 3 quantum drive across each variant. It's a size 1 quantum drive that will get you where you need to go, and it's very fuel efficient when compared to all interchangeable size 1 drives. But almost all lack the fuel efficiency to be worth the hassle. When compared quantum jumps were made from Port Olisar to Hurston, the Zephyr Stealth Grade 2 was the only drive that shaved 18 seconds off the travel time, but still lacks in overall fuel efficiency, as the EOS drive can get you all the way from Port Olisar to Microtech with fuel to spare. In my opinion, if you're looking for overall fuel efficiency, you can't do much better than the stock EOS drive. Hoping to keep that quantum drive nice and cool, you'll find that each
cooler
aboard the Aurora does the job adequately. Each ship utilizes 2 size 1 coolers. On board the ES model, you'll find the 2 civilian grade 4 blast chill coolers bring a good mixture of cooling efficiency with a medium IR signature. Aurora's LX model gets a little upgrade as it incorporates two quick cool coolers, increasing cooling efficiency over the stock ES model and reducing the power draw request time and its IR signature. Both the MR and CL variants sport two hydrocell coolers, which come in handy as the extra cooling is required in support of the MR bearing quality lasers and the CL's freight capabilities. With its increased cooling efficiency, we do see a bit of increase in its IR signature, which that is more than double over the ES model. Finally, a pair of Tundras on the LN help compensate for the increased cooling that is needed when one utilizes the two additional weapon mounts that are standard on this variant. The Tundras are capable of handling slightly higher temperatures with only a slight increase to its IR rating. As far as power plants go, the Aurora incorporates a range of manufacturers throughout its 5 variants. While each Aurora comes standard with one power plant, you'll find that the ES utilizes a zap jet, which has a good balance between the amount of power it can displace to the systems per second while maintaining a nice median in relation to its IR signature. The Aurora LS chooses to incorporate the Sunflare as its stock power plant, sacrificing power output ability and an increased IR signature to gain an upgrade in reducing power draw time. The MR and CL variants take an industrial approach by implementing its Roughneck power plant, producing a whopping 3,997 units of power per second. Now, I really don't think that this variant requires this much power output,
But y'all don't say that.
especially with its high power draw time and increased IR signature. If we do in fact require this much power, you're better off replacing this unit with the Fortitude model, which is also capable of producing industrial-sized numbers while also improving its power draw time and maintaining a lower IR signature. Finally, we focus on the LN, which incorporates the Charger as its source of power, a military-grade power plant with a decent production of power, with again sacrificing a higher power draw time and IR sig. Its only equal is to that of the Quadracell, which improves upon all stats. I mean, what do you expect from a military-grade component? Looking to keep that paint job nice and fresh? Let the two size 1 INK shield generators with their 3,420 HP, decent damage regen delay, and only an 11-second power delay keep them functioning on the ES variant. The INKs also have a decent IR and EM signature, helping to keep you off the enemy's radar. While the LX receives an upgrade over the ES model, its Grade 3 competition size 1 Targas are not overly impressive. While the Targas reduce their IR signature, they take a massive hit to their HP. Not to mention the increased damage regen time and power draw time. These Targas are good to help you keep your IR and EM signatures low, but we all know we're going to show up on someone's radar sooner or later.
If they identify us, we're in big trouble.
The two industrial size 1 Steward generators found aboard both the MR and CL models provide a huge HP pool, with a lower damage regen delay over the LX. Its power draw request time only decreases by 1 when compared to the Targa, and will really light you up on the enemy's radar with its high IR EM rating.
Holy shit, we're being painted!
You gotta ask yourself the question, do I feel lucky?
Well, no we don't. Lastly, the LN variant incorporates its two size 1 secure hide generators that output a decent HP with a little bump in their damage regen delay and a very nice reduction to their power draw request time. As for its IR and EM signatures, it's equal to those on the MR and CL models. Again, not all ideal when all stats are compared. Now let me express, while there are many options out there regarding all ship components, we mainly focused on the stock equipment listed under Star Citizen's ship matrix. All other areas such as rentals, brochures, may differ and change over time, and we'll keep you up to date with a final overview once Go Live happens. Soon. EM. With that in mind, does the Aurora stack up against other starter ships, such as the Titan and the Mustang? Offensively, no, but let me tell you, we were quite impressed during the filming of this video with how the Aurora handled, especially in atmosphere with the new flight model. So you can at least keep your pursuers struggling to line you up in their sights while you flee to safety. It was even able to outmaneuver the nimble Pisces, surprising our most seasoned pilots at how capable it is. For the lowest price starter ship, the Aurora now feels like it's a contender worth pulling the trigger on in relation to other low-cost starter ships, and can no longer be easily dismissed as it has been in the past. I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comments section below regarding these observations. Well, that's it for now. For more on this topic, I stream Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on Twitch, where you can hang out, talk game mechanics, and even upcoming games. Link is available below. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button and click the notification bell so you can keep up to date with us. Be sure to throw us a like if you found this video helpful, intriguing, or downright awesome. And we'll see you on the other side of the microphone.
Go.
Thanks, Treebeard, for that follow there, bud. You have the same name as someone I used to play Battlefield 3. Are you serious? Because that was me.
That was
Battlefield 3.
He was a Battlefield 3 beast.
That's it, man. I was beastly. I was always in the helos. What was the name? What was the name back? Oh, this is Dr. Bender. Dude, Dr. Bender and I used to rip people up on this.
Oh, small world.
See?
Look at that.
See? Y'all thought I was telling lies about Battlefield 3.
Wow.
Being one of the helicopter greats back then. What's up, Bender? See, yeah, there you go. What's up, man? Good to see. You know what? Look, I tell you what. We don't gotta. Now I don't even care about the sun. Damn the sun. Damn the sun.
It's been too long, my old friend.
Now let's see these skills. All right.